Welcome back. Of course, this is the finally show where as fans we get to discuss the beautiful game. And of course, sometimes biased, but always factual. So this is the finally show 2 halves. I'm your boy Jeremy, and we are going straight into a lot of action happening in the footballing world. Of course, the English Premier League is up in full swing. La Liga also is up in full swing. Schoolboy football. Champions Cup was this Saturday, so you already know. Let's go straight into it. Also, Jamaican Premier League, so before Jamaican Premier League as well. So let's go straight into it. Manchester City making the league a cakewalk. Pep and his men literally turning the English Premier League into what we've seen over in the Bundesliga and most times in the French league as well. Manchester City playing to the pretenders, the overhypers, Chelsea. Yes, Saturday wasn't much to talk about more than the dominance of Manchester City that we've been accustomed to seeing, and the relentlessness, the defiantness in their team that they won't easily give up this title. Chelsea, came in with a lot of hype. A lot of talk was about Chelsea before the season even started, and I just felt as though Chelsea was always about the hype and nothing more. And when they went out and brought back Lukaku, in my opinion, you can check the videos, I've said this before, Lukaku coming in won't be so much of a plus for Chelsea, but more of a negative, because Lukaku has always been the man that is always a point forward. He's always looking to lead the front line. And with Chelsea having a lot of quality and how they are set up, I didn't think he was going to fit into that system any at all from the first place. So I knew what was going to happen. Well, I presume I knew what was going to happen. But we're seeing it now. Lukaku coming out in recent weeks crying that he wanted to stay at Inter Milan. But obviously, it was just a little soft move for me. Lukaku yesterday in Saturday's game again never showed anything at all. He couldn't even keep a ball. He can't turn. He can't release the play. Defensively, how Thomas Tuchel set up his team, Lukaku is just not the right fit. And he's always going to be struggling unless he change his style of play or Chelsea changed their style of play. So Manchester City, again, relentless, running riot, and trying to make the league as dull as possible. One true City, I don't think nobody can stop you as much as a Liverpool fan, and I hate to say that, but that's just the reality of it. Other games to talk Burnley about. Versus Leicester City, that was postponed, of course, Corona outbreak over in England, still ravishing England. So be careful, people. That was a postponement. Newcastle versus Watford. Newcastle with all the money in the world, they just can't seem to buy a win. I'm not sure what's happening. Newcastle can't seem to buy a win. The second consecutive week, they've had the lead and then they somewhat squandered it away. So Newcastle, Watford 1-1 there. And of course, another team that can't seem to buy a win is the Liverpool neighbours. Sometimes people call them Neverton, like myself. So Everton going down 2-1 to Norwich. Big shocker there. And of course, with that defeat, the Everton board just couldn't take it any longer, and they have parted ways with Rafa Benitez. Rafa, you know better. You should have never go over there, sir, Rafa. Should have never go over there, sir. None at all. I don't even know why you went over there. But Everton can't seem to buy a win. Norwich with a big win there in the English Premier League on Saturday. And of course, as much as Manchester City is trying their utmost best to make a mockery of the league with Pep, there's always one team that's always going to bring some kind of vibe. And I can tell you this. There must be a football god. If anybody don't believe that there's a football god, then something is wrong. Because there must be a football god, because Coutinho, who's a former Liverpool player, he's now a player for Aston Villa on loan. And his boss, the manager of Aston Villa, is the Liverpool former captain. And you know who they play against first? Manchester United. So Manchester United coming out, of course, on the rocks. Several coaching changes, a lot of things happening. I could have bet on this, if I was a betting man, I could have bet on this. And almost anybody who have sense could have seen this happening. Manchester United against Aston Villa. Manchester United running out 2-0 leaders in front up until the 65th minute. Then came the magic man, Philippe Coutinho, back in England for a second debut. Came on, set up the first goal to make it 2-1. And then, of course, the magic man had to bring the medicine himself. Coutinho is back, has now scored 3 against Manchester United with 3 separate teams. So that's Liverpool, Bayern Munich, and now Aston Villa. So Aston Villa coming back from 2-0 down to equalize the game and making it 2-2. Definitely big points there dropped from Manchester United, and a lot of Manchester United fans have literally thrown in the towel. So I expected that, but that rounded off the game for Saturday in the English Premier League. And of course, Sunday's game you had Liverpool. Liverpool is the only team right now who mathematically, well, everybody's mathematically still in it, but Liverpool is the only team who realistically can challenge Man City right now at this moment. So Liverpool with a 3-0 win over Brentford, comfortable, but not the silky Liverpool that we've been accustomed to seeing. So a lot of work needs to be done. Of course, they're missing Naby Keita, Sadio Mane, and also Mohamed Salah. So, they're over in African Cup of Nations. So we expected that. But Liverpool is now firmly in second and 8 points behind. Well, 11 points behind with a game in and against Leeds. So kudos to Liverpool for trying to keep some kind of validity in the English Premier League. Of course, Leeds also the big shocker. Leeds coming in with 9 men missing due to Corona again and also some injuries. But they came out 4-2 winners over West Ham. So a big dampen there for West Ham in their quest to be a part of the top 4 in the English Premier League and make a Champions League spot. So that's the action for the English Premier League. Of course, we're going straight over to Jamaican schoolboy football. And a big disappointment in the Doncaster Cup also. As you can see, 2 front runners, Dintil and also Clarendon College, who would have suffered loss in the semi-final. Dintil salt, man. Dintil what? Salt, man. Because Dintil would have only lost 3 matches. So that's 2 semi-finals and a final. For the entire season, come on, Dintil. Something need to be changed down there. So, but Clarendon College bounced back from their surprising loss to Gavin Masaya in the semi-final of the Doncaster Cup to come over 2-0 winners and become the first time champions of the Champions Cup. Well, Clarendon College actually winning that title for the first time. So, you know how that is. 2-0 winners over Dintil there. And of course, Jamaican Premier League is back in action, so stay tuned for that. Of course, the Jamaican Premier League is back in action. And of course, a lot of us probably wouldn't have known about it if we're not following the league. But yeah, the Jamaican Premier League is back in action, and the defending champion took on a very new look Arnett Gardens. I mean, a lot of transfers happening. We have to have a special story on that. But a lot of transfers happening up at Arnett Gardens. New coach, new management, new players, a lot of things. Totally different Arnett Gardens setup. But however, they were facing the defending champions, and also a team that Arnett Gardens just seem to can't get a win. They can't even buy a win over them. Coincidentally, again yesterday in the first action of the Jamaican Premier League defending champions, Cavaliers, who went into the lead 1-0 up until around the 85th minute, gave up a chance to Chevron Willis on the top of the box, which he, of course, slotted it past. Well, thunderbolted it past the goalkeeper, Jadine White, in goal for Cavaliers. And that brought Arnett Gardens 1-1. Seemed for the first time in around 3 to 4 seasons that they would have shared a point with Cavaliers. However, again, in the last, Cavaliers came through and got the final goal and win on the last in the 96th minute, I think, somewhere around there. Cavaliers actually won the game 2-1. So again, Arnett Gardens just can't seem to beat Cavaliers. Also, the other finalists of last year and one of the most unluckiest team I can ever think about, 3-time consecutive beaten finalists, Waterhouse, went up again. Returnee, Mobe United. And of course, Mobe United went down to 10 men. But they took the lead. Waterhouse again used the more men advantage and ensured that they got back in front and took the lead and held on to the lead. So Waterhouse coming back again to win 2-1. So action in the Jamaican Premier League is actually happening right now. Coming for Monday, we also have action where we see Portmore United versus Tivoli Gardens, and I think Mullines United will play host to Dumbole. Well, when it's a play host, of course, all the games are being at the Captain Horace Burrell Center of Excellence. So that's up at JFF headquarters. So you know how that is. So people, that is it. That is the roundup for the weekend. And we're back. The family show is back. 2 halves. We're out.